Hi everyone, welcome to yoga. My name is Whitney Chapman and I'm thrilled that you're joining me for this session today. So I'd like you to find a seated posture that works well for you, and so that your feet are on the floor and ideally there's a little bit of space between you and the back of your chair. I'd like you to take your hands, find your buttocks muscles and pull them away and find that you have a bony bottom. From there, we're just going to start to do what's called tuck and tilt. So you're going to let your pelvis rock backwards and forwards, which is going to create an undulation in your spine. And you can let this be as big or as small as it feels good in your body. Letting yourself let out some sighs, breathing, just opening it up. As you rock back and forth, I'd like you to think about where is the center of those sit bones. And then if you would, find that center. Anchor down. Let those bones get heavy. And you'll start to feel your belly and your back muscles engage, just mildly to hold you upright. Let's move to the shoulders and now begin to circle your shoulders around. Big circles. Shoulders to me are like peanut butter. They're either smooth or they're crunchy. So I'm hoping we can make them smoother today by the time we finish our experience. Go the other direction now, circling them up and around. Beautiful. Then I'd like us to take our shoulders and draw them up by the ears. Let your elbows bend and pull the elbows back like you're going to touch the back of your chair. Let your elbows drop down. Bring your hands into prayer position for just a moment. Take a breath. Make a wish. Lift just the corners of your mouth for a moment and feel that smile. From that smile, I'd like you to open your eyes. Keep that smile as long as you can today in your practice, because that will flood your system with hormones and endorphins that actually boost your immune system. So let's bring our hands to our knees. We're going to start with what's called the dolphin. We round the back, we send the nose to the knee, and we send the nose forward and up. And as we practice today, I want you to work in the range of motions that feel good to you. Less can be more, and always working with what makes you feel good. That's the guideline we want to work. Now, when we think of dolphins jumping through the water, we tend to think they're joyous. So let me ask you, what feels good about this? Let's do it one more time, please. Rounding through. And then opening it up and refine the center of those sit bones. Let's take our arms, we're going to reach them out and up as far as you can. And then we're going to bring all that energy right into us. Big breaths, circling, reaching out, moving in the way that feels best for your body and the size of the circle that you can. But I encourage you to go as big as you can. Opening it up. One more time, please. Big deep breath. And release it. Moving into what we call seated side bend. So we take the arm, turn your hand out, reach it out and up. And then start with your arm and bring your head and your chest to the side of your body. You can hold on to your leg or your chair. You want to keep sitting deeply in that sit bone. And then like you're painting the sky, reach it up, sit down deeper, lengthen the spine and body. Trying the other side, turn your hand out, palm goes up. Reach it, up and over. Big breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Now what we're doing this morning is called a flow. The yoga word is called vinyasa. And what that means is that we are just connecting our movements with our breath. Sometimes it feels good to stay and hold a pose. Sometimes it feels good to move through it. So if you find as we're working this morning that something feels good and you want to hang out there for a moment, please do. And then join us when you feel it. Let's try it one more time on each side, and this time we're going to hold it a little bit so you can feel the difference. Reaching it up and over. If you can keep that smile on your face. Notice what happens in the breath when you hold a posture. And then let's sit down to reach up and come back. And let's take the other side, turning the hand out and up, holding on to the leg or the side of your chair, and pausing here for several breaths. And notice where the breath invites you to move. And then reaching it out and up. A big deep. We're going to take our shoulders, and I'd like you to circle them up and around like we did before. Pull your elbows back, and then let your eye gaze drop down so you're looking at your lap. Keep pulling the elbows back, and now raise your head to look straight ahead. And then tip the chin slightly so you're looking up towards like the top of a tree, or if you're in a room, maybe the top of your wall. We're going to reach back with our arms, and if you can grab the side of your seat or the side of your chair, whatever works for you, grab. We're just going to lean forward a little bit and feel the shoulder blades squeeze in. And then lift your chin, lower your chin, and notice how the placement of your head might change what you feel through your neck and shoulders. Feel free to make sounds and sighs as they feel or come naturally to you. And then draw the chin in one more time. Give the crown of your head leading the way. I always think this is what it would feel like if I was shot through the cannon at the circus. And then I want you to lean back and release. Now I'd like you to lean all the way back to your chair so your chair is supporting you. You take the arms forward and reach them up. Nice breath here, and then as you exhale, put your hands right back by your side. Again, work into the range of motion that feels good for your shoulders and chest. Opening, and releasing. Let's try that one more time, please. Big reach forward. This time, as you take your arms back, extend one leg out and put your heel on the floor. And then point your toes and try to really reach back. And then bring your arms forward and bring your knee back in. Let's try the other side. So stretching the arms out and up. And then stretch your heel out. Rest it on the floor. And then point your toes forward. Breathing. And bringing the arms back. And bringing the leg back. Hands to the side of your chair, and I'd like you to sit up nice and tall. You can slide back a little bit on your chair or forward, whatever's going to feel comfortable for you. We'll take one leg and we're going to slide the heel out and rest it on the floor. Our hands are going to come to the other thigh. Try to keep the space from your pubic bone to your heart nice and long. And we're just going to rock forward and back a little bit. Now, if the end of your chair doesn't feel comfortable, wiggle forward or back until you find the place that it's comfortable to do so. Shifting back and forth, and as you shift forward, my hope is that you begin to feel a stretch through your lower back, maybe underneath the back of your thigh or your calf. The next time that you lean forward into our seated fold here, pause here. Maybe you want to reach your hand down to your calf or your leg, or maybe you can even get your toes. Keep your eyes looking towards your feet. Feel yourself breathe here. Think about your breath as a way to open up the places that feel tight. On your next exhale, let's bring the hand back to the thigh and bring your torso upright. Switching sides. Sliding your other leg out. Heel is on the mat. You're going to lean forward again and come back up. So So this is just the preparation. How does it feel? Sometimes it feels better to keep moving in and out. So if that's the case for you today, feel free to keep moving. As the next time, we're going to hold it for just a minute. You let yourself fold forward again. Your eyes looking down towards your knees or feet. Maybe you reach the same arm out as your leg. Get a little more stretch. Use your breath. Just to open and close. It's about expanding the spaces that feel tight. Then on your exhale, bring your hand to your other thigh and support yourself as you come back up. Bring both feet to the floor. We're going to take our feet and open them wide. I try to use the corner of my chair as a guide for how wide to sit. You want to make sure your knees are in the direction of your toes, and your hands are going to be just on the inside of your thigh. We call this horse stance, so it's like you're sitting on a horse. I'd like you to take your hands, palms out or in, either way, and I want you to gently press your thighs into your hands. Think of sitting up nice and tall, and without moving your feet, think of pulling your heels inward, like you were holding on to that horse you were sitting on. So we're activating these whole inner thighs here, stretching. Now place your hands on the top of your thighs. Keep your seat on the chair, but just lean forward a little bit. And now let's twist one shoulder to the opposite knee and look behind us. See where you've been today. Feel that breath. And then untwist, come back to the center. Let's take the other shoulder towards the opposite knee. Twisting down gently, looking over your shoulder. See where you've been. Come back to the center and lift the torso up. Now we're going to take a variation on this. We're going to turn the body first. I want you to take the other hand and slide it down your leg like you're trying to get it into your stomach. Open up and maybe take this other arm and reach it up to the sky and give me a big high five. And then bring that hand back down. Bring your torso upright and turn back to the front. Turn your belly to the other side. Glide down your leg like you're reaching for your sock. And then see if we can take this other arm and reach it up and give me a big high five. Bring your hand back down and bring your torso back up. We're going to bring the feet back in. Right underneath this. We call this hip distance. Your hips and your knees are right in line. You're a seated fold, so slide your hands down your legs. Put your chin in. Take a big breath and let out a big sigh. Feel the expansion through your back. Feel your belly getting pressed into your legs. And then slide your hand back up to your thighs. Lead with your head and come all the way up. Keep it nice and simple. Just pause here for a moment. Let's grab this thigh, lean back in your chair, and just circle your thigh around. And then I'd like you to pull your knee and nose towards each other. Give that knee a kiss. And then let it release. Let's do it again. Pulling that knee in, give it a kiss. And gently release. Place that foot back on the floor. Switching sides. Grab your other leg. Draw it up and in. Lean back into your chair and circle it around. And then circle in the other direction. And then don't forget to give this knee a kiss. So draw it in, nose to your knee. And release. And again. And release. Place your feet back on the floor. Nice and tall forward. Take your arms and reach them out. Big stretch up. And as you get here, just pause, drop your shoulders. See if you can bring your eye gaze up a little bit. then bring your hands together and come into prayer position. Think of the crown of your head lifting upwards. Press your hands actively together. Close your eyes. Let yourself breathe. Slowly check in with yourself and just see how you feel. Let your eyes gently open and your gaze be a little soft. Do you still have that lift on the corners of your mouths? I hope so. Thank you so much for coming and joining me today. I hope you've had a wonderful time at the Parkinson's Unity Walk. It's been an honor to be here. My name is Whitney Chapman, and I say to you, namaste.